Hi everybody and welcome to week 9. It's been wonderful to get to eavesdrop in on your brainstorming sessions that have been happening in our discussion areas in Sakai and also in the wiki spaces that you've set up, which I think is a fantastic way to gather ideas and to brainstorm. It looks like both of our groups are going to be focusing a bit on institutions that are living institutions in some way. Group 1, I think, is settling on a place-based environmental program within a natural history museum setting. And so I think that's getting firmed up as I speak. And Group 2 is focusing on a zoo, the Smithsonian National Zoo. So I'm really excited about these two group projects. I think perhaps it's my own experiences or biases showing, but I had this feeling that maybe we would end up with two art museums somehow, maybe just because that's my own experience. So I'm really excited to learn more about these institutions that you're going to be working on these programs for, and it'll be a real learning experience for me as well as we talk more about it. So this week, week 9, you can refer back to our document about the group projects, and there's really a short entry for week 9, which basically invites you to assign roles for your group. It's really best for these group projects that each of you take on some role, whether that is one particular section of the online environment that you're creating for this blended program, or if your strength is really more in design or some of the technical aspects, maybe you can offer to take on some of those pieces. But each person should have an active role. So in your wiki areas or in your threaded discussion areas that we've set up in Sakai, please go ahead and think about the items that really need to be crafted for this program and what your roles might be. I think both groups have been using Skype to connect with one another, and so that seems like a really wonderful plan, because I know this can be a real challenge to connect with one another in an online environment while making these types of decisions. So over the week, I'd like you to assign roles and really to get started on creating your project. We're going to continue with the creation project into week 10, and know that I am here to support you, to offer suggestions. You'll notice that also there's going to be a resource list of tools that you can refer to, and so I'm going to be posting that very soon in the resources area. Because as you think about the different aspects of this blended educational program, I'd like you also to come to some decisions this week about what kinds of online tools you're going to be using. Will it be Skype? Will it be a Ning group? Will it be a platform like Sakai even? So I'd like you to be thinking about what tools might best serve your purposes and goals for the program so that you can arrive at some decisions about that. And then finally, during week 9, we just have a light reading just as a way to keep our conversation going. It wasn't a reading that's listed in the syllabus, but I'm hoping that you'll take this opportunity to read it. It's an article that was funded by the MacArthur Foundation, a report from a couple of years ago, called Confronting the Participatory Culture in the 21st Century, and it was authored by Henry Jenkins, who's a noted media specialist, educator, and even philosopher, really, who was at MIT for years. So Kim has offered to be our weekly discussion leader on this article, and the article can be found in the resources area of our class under the course readings folder. So with that said, I'm excited to keep going with the collaborative group projects. Be in touch with me if you need anything or if you have any questions. Use your wiki areas, Skype, and your Sakai areas to continue to work together with one another. And of course, at any time, feel free to post any questions you have in the course questions area or email me directly. Let's get started with week 9.